tall tower here to add this to. It's better than being in no shade at all. I'll show you. And welcome back, Firewood addicts, to another episode of Travis Does Firewood. And today I'll tell you the top 5 reasons why I love the 1165V. And so should you. But first, let's split some wood. No particular order, coming in at number 5, the blazing cycle time. I'm going to say this is, I think to believe this is at 3.5 seconds. Up, down, cycle time. You just saw it's blazing fast. It will get the job done. Now this is on the gas powered ones. On the electric motor option, it is, I guess, 5 seconds, which is still not that big of a deal. The Champion over here, I think the whole thing is that the bad boy is going to be at 12. So that's a big difference. Now, in my recent episode of comparing the Champion and the 1165V, I did not do a very good job on that. So I'm going to redo the episode, but it was just a comparison, and there were some flaws in it. I'll redo it. But anyway, by numbers, but the specs, the 1165V is faster than the Champion, than a big block splitter. Blazing fast. Less time to be waiting between splits, getting the job done quick. And coming in at number 2, again in no particular order, the options. Now, I think other splitter manufacturers do have options, but I feel that Splitfire, especially with the 1165V, has a bunch of options that you can add on to your machine either when you buy it and or after the fact. There's no timing involved. If you want it, just order, buy it, and they'll ship it to you. And I think having a whole range of options, I think, is vital to cater the machine to your needs, to your woodyard, and I think that is awesome. So I'm going to rattle off all the options. We have the left log table, which is similar, same thing to the right log table, but if you don't have a log lift, you can put a log table on the left-hand side. Same with the right-hand side, that is an option. So tables on the left-hand side and right-hand side, those are options. Again, log lift is an option. I opted for it here. It's a body saver, a back saver, and I opted for the right table over there. Both options, all awesome. These right here are the add-on tires. They come with tires. I believe they're smaller. They're the wheels-based model wheels that come with it. They come with the standard model, but I opted for the the heavy duty 8-inch 4-bolt, so in case I get stuck in the mud, easier to move around my wood yard. Again, an option, not required, but I do like the bigger tires. The other option is the knee control. This is a game changer because I put my foot right here in the bar and I use my knee and I push it in, out, and that splits versus having to use the handle up here, right, and having one hand, usually the right hand, reach up and split versus I have both my hands on the round, on the chunk of wood to split. It's not in the way of the knife, but it's on the side to be able to get ready to cradle it or hold it and or throw it into the pile. So knee option, I opted for it and I love it. But another option for the splitter. The option 2 is the stroke limiter. I took it off because I have a bunch of random tree service wood. But I think that if you have logs and you always got a 16, I think that will save you just a little bit more time and be worth it. Another option 2 is you can buy a cover for the whole thing right here for the rain and the sun. I opted not to get that, but there is an option for this splitter. And the option here too is the caster wheel set. I showed you that before. That is to move the whole splitter around. Right now it's buried with some maple, but I think that's a game changer to be able to move around the splitter in the wood yard as needed. And one more option that I opted not to get are there's like bolts that you put on the table to help the rounds from vibrating off the table, an option. So I think the split fighter has thought of almost everything for the machine. Options, add and subtract, whatever you want, but I think that's good to have options to make sure that, again, this splitter is catered for your wood yard. And coming at number 3, and that coincides with number 2, are the multiple power options. Right now you can choose from a 6.5 horsepower Lonekin or Lonekin engine that comes with the base model, or you could upgrade to the Honda GX200, which is what I did, or you can go electric with the 1.5 horsepower electric motor. Now, like I just said before, the electric motor will make the cycle time a little bit slower at 5 seconds, but still kick butt. So if you want to split in your garage or have access to electricity and or you don't like the noise, opt for electrical motor for the machine. It will still kick butt and still split that wood for you in no time flat and go through all the splits, no problem. But again, it's nice to have options. So you have 3 options to power this thing: 2 gas, 1 electric, all worth the money. at number 4, and almost ready to be done, but number 4 is 7.5 tons of splitting force. Now, I've had some issue with splitting some of the wood because I had true surface wood and there's a bunch of knots in it. It's not pretty, but a lot of times you're getting trees and logs, and you're going to split and you cut them down 16 inches. A lot of times they're going to be straight grain. They're going to be nice, beautiful wood, and you don't need the big heavy duty tonnage. The 7.5 tons will do you just right. This thing is awesome, and you have more or less 20 inches. What is this right here? Like 20 and a half to be exact. But you have 20 inches option wise to go from here to here to put in around 20 inches if you felt the need. So you have the space. If you don't need that, then you put on a stroke limiter and then you're rock and rolling at 16. Dig it. But there's options here even at the base model. You have the tonnage, you have the space, split that wood. but not least, coming at number, it's mini. It's portable. It's collapsible. You can store it anywhere. Fold down the log lift, fold down the table, roll it in your garage, roll in the shed. It's mini, it's minute, but it still does the job. It's just compact, but yet it's robust. The wheel belt steel, not gonna go wrong. It's designed where you can maintain it, no problem. Easy access to the motor and with the fluids and in gas, fluids, oil, all that stuff. Maintain it. It's all right there, good to go. Not coming back, not hidden, not hard to get to. Easy peasy. Love it. The machine is made to last and designed for straightforward maintenance, heavy duty steel frame, ergonomic and durable. You can't go wrong. So I'm going to go with a add-on without going to number 6. You may notice something different on the machine and you may notice something above you. Let me pan up. That's right, folks. I added an umbrella. It's not pretty, but it does the job. Now, this I think is unique to the 1165V because in the middle here, in the middle machine, you have this massive tower. I don't think a lot of vertical splitters or splitters in general have this tall tower here to add this to. So right now we're on a heat wave advisory, and heat wave advisory to us is going to be between 80, 90 degrees plus. Now that's because a lot of people where I live don't have AC units or a way to cool themselves in their homes because it's not usually get this hot on the western side of the Cascades. So, and I'm outside right now splitting, and I'm in the heat, I'm in the sun, I have my hat on, whatever, but in the shade would be ideal. So what I did was, here, just, I'll show you. So I got an old umbrella, and it's kind of hammered, and I cut it down right here so it fits, so it sits on top of this round shape on top of the splitter, and then I boomed it up, right? So it's up there. It's kind of broken, but I'm making it work. And then I used hose clamps right here and right here, and I cocked the umbrella to the side here because I want to make sure that I have all the danger, more or less, stickers, so I don't hide that stuff. So I cocked it over to the left-hand side, I boomed it up, hose clamp, 5/16 socket in your gear motor, awesome, good to go. 1 and 2, so it won't do this. And I have shade. I'm currently under the shade. I'm kind of under partial shade because I have some sun right here. Because the machine is compact, versatile, yet maybe a tad top heavy. All depends on if you have a log on the log lift here. But because of this tower here, because of the hydraulic and the knife, you have this tall structure adhered to this umbrella, and you are under the shade, not direct sunlight. And this is, I think, a game changer for this splitter. I think a Splitfire should make holders for such umbrellas off to the side here and weld a few like tubes so you can install your own umbrella. But you may say to yourself, Travis, I don't have an umbrella like this, or I have one, but it's for my picnic table, it's for my family. Well, folks, I tell you what, right now is stores that have seasonal changing. I see Halloween decorations at my local Costco right now. So go on Marketplace, go on OfferUp, find one of these umbrellas. It doesn't have to be perfect. It can be used and abused. It can be broken. Fix it up, make it work, but get under the sun. I think this is a good idea, and do it yourself. And those are the top 5 reasons why I think this splitter is freaking awesome. I don't want to keep harping on this, but I think that those reasons are pretty darn good. If you have one of these splitters, let me know if I got the top 5 correct, or if you don't have one of these splitters but you're looking into it and you pretty much have watched every YouTube episode there is on YouTube on the splitter, can you find another reason why you would want this machine? I think the top 5 reasons are pretty darn good. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions down in the comments. I'm sure to answer them. I'm trying to make sure that I do have episodes for you with my cadence, but sometimes life gets in the way, work, kids, all that sort of stuff. Again, this is a side hustle for me, folks. This is a side hobby, and I'm not full-time YouTube like some YouTubers are. It's just a side gig. Anyway, that's this episode. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Remember, life is short to be a prick, so be kind. Do another rock and roll. Stay safe, keep cutting. Cheers. Pipe clamps, or what are these called?